show us some things you've been
Yeah,
learning with
where's the dark
ChatGPT.
matter one? I mean, that was like the best example for me of I went to this conference and I met this astrophysicist, and he gave this talk about astrophysics, and the most interesting thing from it for me was this point about dark matter and how we just like don't understand it as a species. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. It's
That's
like
fine.
me talking to SpongeBob on dark matter. Here it is. See, explaining dark matter with SpongeBob. Okay, so all I said in this case is really simple prompt. Hey, ChatGPT, could you explain what dark matter is in the voice of SpongeBob?
Like, why SpongeBob? You know, why not any other cartoon character? Like, how did you pick SpongeBob?
Yeah, I feel like in this case, I don't know if it was like super thoughtful other than thinking about like, what is a cartoon character that I know is like really simplistic and also fun, right? Like how can we introduce like different like conceptual elements?
Yeah.
And I think something that's underrated here is like, you know, the more boring version is you can just say like, explain this to me like I'm 5.
Yeah.
But if you think about like even just what we talked about earlier, the fun in things being helpful in learning as well. Like if I get the explain it to me like I'm 5 version, I almost feel like it's like a little condescending or like just I won't remember it. But in this case, it's like, I mean, it starts literally with brackets, says imitating SpongeBob's enthusiastic and playful voice. And then it says like, ahoy, me matey. Like it's just like hilarious, right? And then it's like, glad you asked about this wondrous mystery of the deep universe known as dun 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 dark matter. And it's just like, I mean, this is one of those examples where I was like, I will be doing this again. Like it's like how perfect. And so I won't read through the whole thing, but it basically does go through not just the concept of dark matter in this case, but it was like so incredible. It just talks about like, you know, the stars and the galaxies first, and like let's first acknowledge what those are and what we know about them, and then, you know, it goes on to talk about, okay, well, there's this thing that we actually don't know. It's like our mysterious friend dark matter.
Right.
And it was really good at kind of breaking down that concept.
That's awesome. And after reading this, like, would you characterize yourself as a dark matter truther, or do you think that dark matter is like a real thing, or like what's your take on dark matter?
I mean, I think I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure like the scientific community agrees that this thing exists. Like we can measure it. We just don't know exactly. Like it's kind of hard. It breaks our brains, which is why I went to ask SpongeBob about it, because it's this thing that we can like measure and we know exists, but does not follow the laws of many things that we like of normal matter, which is kind of like how our brains operate, right? Like we're not structured to understand dark matter. It's like that's why we can't see it, hear it, feel it, etc. So I definitely I guess I'm a dark matter truther. I
think dark matter truthers think that dark matter is not real.
Interesting. I gotta go down that internet rabbit hole. Oh, by the way, I didn't even remember I did this. Then I said great job just because I was curious and like asked it to do another iconic character. And then I said pick your favorite, and they chose Gandalf.
We love that.
Yeah.
In Gandalf's wise and somewhat grave tone.
Yeah.
You shall not see dark matter.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, it's pretty incredible. Like, that's why I mean, ChatGPT is obviously like very useful in its utility, but like, I think an underrated part is it's almost a game in a way.
Totally. I think I would have picked Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I had to pick one, that was one of my favorite cartoons growing up.
Yeah.
But I think this is great. I think it seems to like replace some amount of like Wikipedia rabbit holing that people do, because you can like get a Wikipedia article that's written specifically for you. Yeah,
I mean, Wikipedia is dense, and I think the real, again, 10x experience is to be able to usher it into the like level of complexity that you're at.
Yeah.
Because actually, like, I mean, think about it. This is not, I chose SpongeBob, but had it come back with something that was like too complex for me to understand, I would just say like, bring it down further. And you can kind of like move with the program, which is just fundamentally not what we had before. I mean, you can imagine like different versions of humans like that. But even in the case of like something like dark matter, where even our top scientists don't quite understand all facets of it, those people, like, there's the curse of knowledge, right, where they don't know how to like, or that's not the term, is it? Basically the phenomena where they can't articulate something complex to other people,
Right.
because it's hard. There's just so much of a gap
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But in this case, this program can take something very complex
Yeah.
and usher it back down, and also the other way around too.
Yeah.